waiting for about 4 guys so that we can start. I see about 13. Sophie Owino, how are you doing? Anyone of you using Apple products like a MacBook or iPhone? Sean, are you there? I know you for Apple products.
Oh yeah, yeah. But currently, I'm on my desktop. But I have something else in hand. It's only that I'm not using an Apple product to access the meeting right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Welcome, Silas. Yes, I think we're going to start off. I don't want to keep you guys waiting too long, so the others will catch up later as we progress. Yes, so today's presentation is going to be about video editing, as it was from the posters. And yeah, we all love taking videos, we all love taking pictures, and maybe documenting our hobbies, and maybe even what we do at our workplaces. So I'm very sure each one of you has either a video or a picture in the gallery right now. Is it true or false? Yeah, it's true. So so today I'm just going to teach you guys how to go about maybe making use of those videos and images that you have in a more fun way, maybe just for fun or even professionally, just to begin with. Okay. Yeah, so with editing, there's a variety of softwares that you can use for editing. So it depends on which, like I was asking Sean, it depends on whether you're using a MacBook or an iPhone or an Android or Windows. Okay, some softwares are really available for both Apple products and Windows and Androids. So we have several editing softwares, like we have Adobe Premiere Pro. I'm sure you've heard about it. We also have iMovies, that's mostly for Apple products, and we have Lightworks, Clipchamp, HitFilm, etc. So the list is endless. As I was saying, it depends on your device's specifications, and yeah, mostly devices specifications. So today for this video I chose Filmora. The reason why I chose Filmora is because it has a simple user interface, and it's also available for Windows, MacBook, even for Android phones. There is an Android version. You can download it from the App Store. Yeah, so Filmora is a really simple software that I have used for quite a while now, and I figured that it would be an easier way to start you guys off with issues regarding editing. So yeah, if you allow me, I'm going to share my screen so that we go straight to it hands-on instead of just doing the theoretical part. So let me share my screen. So can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is the first thing you'll come across when you open Filmora X. There's been previous versions of Filmora, but for today I'm going to be showing you how to go about. Okay, obviously they relate because the newer versions come along with improvements, but for the basic parts of the software, it remains across the even to the older models. So this is the first thing you'll come across when you open the Filmora X, and I'm just going to maybe skim through these icons that you have. Let me just allow someone. Yes, so I want to skim through the icons that we have in this interface. So, okay, I really tried to find a way of zooming in and out on my side, and I had a little bit of a challenge. But in case of you using a PC, you can either put it to full screen, and if you're using an Android, there's this really cool feature with Google Meet where you can zoom in and out. Okay, yeah. So if you're using an Android, please just you can follow through where my pointer is located, where you can zoom in and out to get a clearer picture of what's happening on the screen. Yeah, so I'm going to begin with the top left corner of my screen, where we have the media section. So this media section is where you can import clips that you're going to edit to the software. Okay, so yeah, so when you go to the media section, we have the project media, we have there's a folder there where you can, just in case you are like importing a whole folder, because sometimes you're not going to be like going to individual clips to import them. So you'll have an option to import a whole folder. You can select a folder that includes several files in it. So that's for the folder section. Have the shared media. We also have the sample colors, and I'll show you guys where we can apply these sample colors. So we also have the sample videos. These are just presets that come that are embedded in the software when you download it. So as you can see here, some of them are not even downloaded, because normally the media that I edit, they're normally the ones that I import from my screen, from my desktop rather. So these are just presets that maybe you can play around with before diving into the real editing. Yeah, so that's the media part, and as you can see here where my pointer is, this is the space where your imported clips and images are going to be located. And it also includes maybe audio tracks and maybe music files. They are all, let me just accept someone. Yeah, so they're all going to be located on this side of the screen. And if you want to import a file, you can just click import and then import media files, where it's going to direct you to your maybe desktop or this Microsoft dialog box, where you can pick wherever your file or folder is located. So let me just cancel that. And yeah, there's also an option here where you can record. This is 10 minutes. Let me, yeah, so let's proceed. So this icon here allows you to record maybe voiceovers, because maybe sometimes you upload a video and maybe you just have to say something about it. So that's when you're going to just click it right there and record a voice over. So I'll be showing you some of that in the next few, after I'm done with showing you around this dialogue dialogue icons around here. So with the audio part, these are just presets, the same way I showed you on the video side. These are just presets where you can download, have these funny sounds here. But for me, I don't normally, work with these presets, because when I go edit my videos, I normally have predetermined audio tracks that I use for my videos, and that's why if you can see on my screen, I haven't downloaded a lot of them. Yeah, but as I said, for a beginner, you can just go around, play around with these audio tracks and these videos that appear as presets on this software. So the third icon here, we have the titles, and the titles here the custom. You can make custom titles if you want. We have openers. Let me just select one of them so that you guys can see. Yeah, so these are openers, and it's also a preset where you can, as you can see, you can edit the text on the top right corner of the screen. If you can see where my pointer is, you can edit this text to suit whatever text you want. You can, if it's maybe an introduction to a video, you can maybe put your name there. Maybe if you're introducing your video, or maybe you have a title for the video, and that's why you can, change this text right there. I'll be showing you in a bit. This is just skimming around to just make you familiar with what we are dealing with. So the next icon here, we have the transitions, and these transitions are they can be placed when maybe shifting from one video to another. I know you are familiar with these transitions. As you can see my top right corner. That's the erase transition. That's the erase slide. That's the push transition. So these transitions actually make your video, fun to watch, instead of just having plain videos and that shift without, any formula. Yeah. So this kinds of gives your video some flow. And okay, for these transitions, I normally like to just use these simple transitions, because some of these complex transitions like spins, borders, some of them are going to make your video look so sophisticated which you don't want to. Yeah, so with your transitions, just keep it simple. Use the basic, as you can see on the top left corner, there's a basic section under the transition here where my pointer is. That's where you can choose among the basic transitions that are available. Yeah, so that's about the transitions. For the effects, I'm sure this you're familiar with. Even with your phones, a lot of you have been editing maybe pictures, those effects that are available on the bottom of your picture once you open it. So we have willow, we have black and white. Some of them I haven't even downloaded them because I don't really use all of them. We have the blur, where you can blur the unwanted parts of your video. Let's say you just want to focus on one part of a video, or maybe there are other images behind you that you don't want to be seen. So that's where the blur filter will come in. And yeah, there are a lot of effects down here, which a lot of which I haven't really used, because as I said, I try to keep it as simple as I can when editing. So after the effects, we have the elements. These are pretty basic too, because you have seen them on your WhatsApp status. Maybe when you want to post something, and there are like arrows over there. There are maybe letters, etc. So these are presets too that come along embedded with software. Right. Yeah, so here we have the split screen, and I'm sure you are familiar with this. This is used when, let's say, you have more than one video. Okay, let's say you have more than one video that you want to edit, or yeah, edit. So you're going to use the split screen. I see there is a maximum of 6. The ones available here gives a maximum of 6 videos. So as you can see on the top right corner, here is where the maroon side is where you place your first video, and then the orange side is where you place your second. So it's really simple to use. You just when you export your video, when you import your video to this section of imported videos, you just hold it and drag it to this point where it's indicated number 1, and maybe if there is a second video, just drag the second video and place it on number 2. Yeah, so some of these things we're going to be doing practically, and this is just to give you a sneak peek of what you'll be expecting as you move around this software. So moving down here, we have some of these settings I have to import a video so that you can be able to see. So let me just try, just import a simple video. Yeah, so here we go. Let me just import this one. So yeah, as you can see, this taskbar right here wasn't visible before I imported the video. And now that I can actually select the video, the settings that are applied to the video now, they pop up and can be seen. They were kind of blurry around here. I don't know if you can see. Let me show you. Yeah. So you can see here there are a limited number of editing tools because there is no video on the timeline. Yeah, so this is actually called the timeline. The timeline is where you can drag and drop your videos after importing them. They normally appear here on the top left corner where my pointer is right now. When you import them, they are located here, after which you can come drag them all the way to the timeline. Okay, yeah, so you can drag them, or I know you can see this little plus sign here. So that plus sign is what you can use to add your video to the timeline. So on the timeline we have a time scale, as you can see here where my arrow is. This time scale indicates the time at which this playback head is located. As you can see, let's say this is called the playback head. If you can see this red line right here which I'm holding, it's called the playback head, and the playback head moves along. Let's say if I decide to play this video, so playing that video, you'll notice that the playback head moves along with the video as it plays. Okay, so this is called the playback head, and the playback area is this top right corner where this video is displayed. So as you edit it, you're going to view it from the top right corner.
We have been going through
here.
Various challenges.
Yeah, so that's the playback area. This is the timeline where I can be able to move this playback head to navigate across the whole timeline. And yeah, the time scale, as I said, this indicates the different times along or across the whole video. So you can see if I place my playback head right at the beginning, the time scale is going to indicate 000 right there. So it indicates the beginning of the video. And when I move it to maybe to the end of the video, it's going to indicate something about a minute and maybe some few seconds. So that indicates the end of the video. Yeah, so this playback head is really important when editing a video, because you have to know maybe when the video is beginning or when it's ending, so that you know where to put maybe transitions at the beginning, or maybe maybe you want to end it with a transition. So the playback head is going to guide you on whether the video is going to end or whether it's in the middle or in the beginning. Yeah, so you go right here, you have the this is the create folder, where you can create a folder that contains several files. To the right we have also something to deal with folders, and then down here we have the undo button and the redo button. I'm sure you're all familiar with this redo and undo. If you have tackled this editing interfaces like even Word, this document editing tools, you are familiar with the undo, the redo, and then here we have the delete icon. And as I said when I was starting this video, this software is really simple to use, because this interface allows you to really like picture what the tool is about. If you can see this delete tool, it looks like a trash bin, or yeah. So it's really simple to use, because when you see that, you automatically think about deleting something. So moving to the right, we have this scissor thing there. So that should really tell you that I'm maybe cutting some part of the video. So for example, let's say my playback head is here, and I decide to use this cutting tool. So it will automatically trim or cut my video at that point. So if you can stretch it out a little bit so you guys can see, you can notice at this point here has been cut out. Yes, so that's the function of the scissor tool or the trim tool right there. And if you can see also the playback head here, there's a little there's like a scissor just along this line here where I'm pointing. So you can also cut some part of the video from here if you find it hectic, just going all the way up here and finding this tiny icon here. So you can just cut your videos from anywhere along this video using this playback head right here. So moving forward to this icon here, as you can see, you have probably seen it in your phones too. This little box thing here. So this box thing is used to maybe cropping images or cropping some part of your video. As you can see here in the settings, there is the widescreen for mostly used for YouTube videos. There's the 4:3. There's the 1:1. Mostly used for Instagram videos. Yeah, so that part right there is just used to adjust your image according to the ratio that you want. So this icon right here is to adjust your speed. You can make it slower. As you know, some video sections you have to maybe fast forward it a little bit. Some parts you maybe have to make it go a little bit slow. So that this comes in handy when you are trying to do such maneuvers using this interface. So there's the normal, where let's say you made it so slow or so fast and maybe you just need to get it back to where it was. You can just click the normal there, and it will like take it back to default for you now to adjust on the speed. So here we have the advanced color tools, and this when you click, it's going to give you two options. There's the color correction and the color match. So the color correction is going to, when you click it, is going to give you such a dialog box. There's the cool, warm, cool marks. So this can really be applied to the effects that I showed you guys about, but this is more of color grading the video that you have. For example, if I click brighten, you can notice the difference that we've had. If I click maybe cool, it becomes a little bit frozen right there. And yeah, there's a variety of them, all of which, or some of which I don't even use. Yeah, so it really depends on your preferences and maybe the kind of clips that you're going to be editing. Let me just allow someone in. Yes, so you are at the color correction. Let me just redo it. Yeah. So moving forward, we have this little icon here where you can adjust. Maybe you can transform the video by maybe flipping it, or maybe you want to adjust your scale or the positioning of the video. So the positioning of the video can be, maybe you might want to position it maybe far to the top, or far to the bottom, or left side, whichever side you prefer. That's the setting that you're going to be handling. So we have compositing, where you can reduce the opacity of the video. We also have motion tracking. This is where you can like select some part of the video, let's say like an image, so that maybe you want to add a text to it, or maybe you want to track someone right there and indicate the names. So you use motion tracking by selecting that part of the video that you want, and then maybe adding text to it, so that as the video plays, there can be an automatic tracking system where it can follow the image of that person that you have identified. So we have the chroma key, and this has stuff like green screens. Green screens are a little bit detailed for now, so I'm just going to skip them. You have lens correction, you have drop shadows, we have auto enhance, etc, etc. So on this right side of that, we have that was motion tracking. So let me see what we have here. So right here we have this little setting icon, which will take you to this transform, compositing, and all the other icons that we showed you about. And if you notice from to the top left right here, there is the video. Those were the video settings. Now we have the audio, where you can maybe put an audio, you can set an audio to maybe fade in right here, or fade out, or maybe adjust the speech. I know some of you have noticed with videos, you might have noticed maybe some instances where as the video begins, you hear less of maybe the background music. Okay, yes, so this is the tool that's behind all of that, where as the video begins, there is less of music, and then as you head towards the climax, now you listen to more of the background music. So it can be to fade in or fade out, or you can actually have this cool feature where you can denoise, or you can remove noise from your background. So this also helps a lot when you're dealing with maybe you are recording a video and there is too much maybe noise from maybe traffic, or maybe there's an audience behind you. So this tool really helps with scenarios like that, and it really works well if you are using a microphone where you will be able to filter the noise. You can be able to filter what you're saying and what's behind you. So we also have this ducking, where you can lower the volume of other clips. Yeah, so this comes in handy when maybe you have several layers of maybe videos and images and maybe audio tracks at the same time. So I'm going to be showing you an example of that, so that we see how to maybe lower individual volume tracks. So progressing to the bottom left corner, we have these oh sorry, I forgot this part here where we have the, if you can see where my mouse is pointed right now, we have the manage tracks. This is where you can maybe add a video track. Okay, track is basically this. You can see this place right here. Let me just delete this video so that you can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, so at the bottom right here we have these lines. Let me call them maybe panels that are colored differently. So where my mouse is pointing at, it's a little bit dark. When you go down, it's a little bit light, dark, light. So yeah, they alternate according to the number of tracks that you have on your screen. So the more tracks that you have, the more videos that you have on your interface, the more there's going to be tracks. So if you can see right here, we have the music icon, and then this video icon, and where the audio tracks are located and the videos and the images, they're different. Just let me show you an example. Yes, so let me put this on my timeline. So as you can see in this video right here, there's an audio embedded in the video. So let me try to detach the audio. You can just right click and then go forward to detach the audio. As you can see, when you detach the audio, it's going to jump lower from the image. Okay, so that's where the music track is going to be located. The same way, you can't put this image track below the music track. So each and every video or audio is placed on its own individual track, so that maybe it can prevent overlaying of maybe audios or images. So that's true. I'm going to be showing you an example using a more detailed project that I did, so that you are able to differentiate the two. So moving to the, let me grab some music. Yes, so moving to the right of my screen, you can follow through. Those using Android phones, you can just zoom in to where my pointer is. Right here we have the full screen icon, where you can enable full screen mode on your screen. As you can see, it's on full screen mode, and whenever I want to minimize it, I just click the same icon, and it's going to automatically zoom out to so that you can see the timeline. So that's the full screen, or yeah, that's the full screen icon right there. And this is the volume icon, where you can adjust, where you can increase or reduce the volume of the video that you're editing on the playback area here. So this normally helps a lot when maybe you're listening to music on the background and at the same time you're editing a video. So you can just come here and maybe reduce this volume maybe to half, and then maybe increase the volume of the music on your background. Yeah, so this really helps when you don't want to get bored, because sometimes you'll be dealing with really long videos, so you don't want to get bored editing them. So that volume adjust button will help with that. And then we also have this screenshot, this thing that looks like a camera here on the right of my screen where I'm pointing. Yeah, so this really helps when this helps to take maybe a snapshot of what's in the playback area. Let's say for this case, for example, I can press that and it will automatically do a snapshot. As you can see here on the left of my screen, there's a snapshot. Once I press this snapshot icon right here, it's going to automatically send a picture on the section of imported videos right here. Yeah, so this normally helps when maybe you want to place a photo just before the beginning of the video. Let's say, for example, that. Yeah, so you can place maybe an image of the person talking just before the video commences. So here, this can give you some time to maybe describe what the video is about, or maybe just describe the person who's going to be maybe doing the video, or who's going to be talking in the video. So that snapshot really saves a lot, because sometimes you'll be needing images maybe for your clients, and maybe you didn't even maybe take any photos. So this is the right place to come and take snapshots of the whole video and maybe share it with your clients. So right here, this icon on the left, we have this little icon that looks like a screen or desktop. This place you can change the project aspect ratio. I think we did that before. You can change the size of your video. You can also modify the resolution. As you know, different videos come with different resolutions, and this is the place where you can set so that exporting your video, the viewers can see it according to the quality that you set on this editing software. Yeah, so we also have that you can also customize the size of your screen, and this I really use on rare occasions, because mostly I use for YouTube, so this is the standard dimension that I use when editing. So moving down here, we have the FPS. I'm sure you have heard of this before. They are mostly in frames and maybe network speeds. So this frame rate basically means frames per second. So the frame rate really tells how many pictures are displayed per second in a video. So that's basically what it means, and I can show you from this video. Let me just zoom it out. So whenever I move this playback head, you can notice it stops at a certain point. Okay, so I move it once, it moves and stops at a certain point. So that's actually one frame that makes up the whole video. So this place you can adjust the frame rate of how many pictures you want to be played per second, and this really depends on your PC specifications. If you're using a 4GB RAM PC, you won't expect it to be really fast enough. So this also goes hand in hand with this icon here, just below the playback area here where I'm pointing. This is where you can adjust the playback. So this way you can adjust the playback, and the playback is that process of replaying an audio or video that has been recorded. So this playback also really depends. They go hand in hand with the FPS, the frames per second. where if you have a low-end PC like a 4GB RAM PC, you're going to use maybe reduce it to 1 or 16 down here, so that it reduces the lagging. Or you have experienced this sometimes, maybe using different softwares, you get to a point where the PC maybe lags a little bit and you have a little bit of glitches while performing your tasks. So this is the point where you can adjust. For me, I'm using 8GB RAM PC, so I'm definitely going to leave it at half right there. Yeah, so this part right here is where you can zoom in and out of your timeline. As I told you before, this is our timeline, and if I want to maybe zoom it out so that I can view the whole video on my timeline, I can just press the minus right here on the left. I hope you're all able to see this. And if you press the minus continuously, you will realize that the video kind of shrinks and goes to fit towards the timeline right there. So if I click on the plus button, it's going to zoom out and it's going to expand the video. This expanding and zooming in and out really helps when maybe you want to go to the details of a certain frame. Let's say maybe you want to add text at exactly this point where this playback head is. So this stretching and zooming in and out really helps. If you want to say maybe add a text to this exact point, it's going to be easier for you if you viewed it close enough rather than viewing it from very far away, as you see the way I have zoomed it out. So you have to zoom it in and stretch it until you can see that exact point where you want to add the text, or maybe you want to add an overlay image on top of a video. So that tool really comes in handy at that point. And you can also use this time scale right here to either stretch your video out or to yeah, you can use this time scale right here to stretch it out, or depending on your preference. I normally prefer using the time scale right here, where you just left click on the time scale and then pull it out, as you can see. So if you want to zoom it out, you just hold on the time scale and then you can push it towards the beginning of the video. And yeah, by doing that, you zoom the video out so that you can see the whole time scale, as in timeline. Yeah, so on the next icon, yeah, I guess, okay, there's a really cool feature here also, where let's say I have zoomed in and maybe done my stuff. I have added maybe text or maybe effects or an image, and I want to go back to view the whole video on my timeline. So what I'll basically do is go to this icon that says zoom to fit timeline. If you can see where my pointer is, you can just go here, and by one click you can be able to see the whole video on your time. So this can actually save a lot of time when you're dealing with very long projects, where it can be really hectic, zooming it in and out manually. So right here you can see the audio mixer. The audio mixer right here contains all the settings that you need for either an audio track that you added, or a voiceover, or just anything that contains an audio track in it. Okay, so if you can see my timeline, there are only two there's a video and then there's an audio track just below it, and it's for that reason that we have only two mixers in this icon right here. So you can see I can navigate by maybe reducing the frequency of this audio. I can reduce or increase it depending on how loud or how low I want it to be. And also for the video I can do the same thing. So this is the master mixer, where you can see the frequencies of the audios on both the video and the audio. Yeah, so moving forward to this recorder voiceover, I think I mentioned it earlier when I was beginning the video. And this audio mixer, this recorder voiceover icon allows you to record a voice. Let's say you have a video that you're describing. I can simply click on the record voiceover, and then after clicking it's going to bring this dialog icon right here, where it's going to ask you the device which you're going to use to record the audio. It can be maybe a microphone, but for my case I'll just use the inbuilt Realtek that's in the PC. And then the input, I'll just select input audio, and then automatically press this red button right here, and automatically my voice is going to be recorded. As you can see, this little this yellow line right here that's moving along with my playback head. And after you've done recording, you can just move your playback way back to where you began recording your voice. Let's listen in.
Honestly, we have been going through.
Okay, the voice is kind of high, the voice from the video, but that's how you go about recording a voiceover if you need to. Yeah, so let me just move forward to this little icon that you've seen, and it's the add marker, which is the bracket M, and this really helps you to mark designated points on your video. This comes in handy when maybe you want to add a text or maybe an image, etc. So okay, most of the time as I edit my videos, I normally skim through the whole video first, so that I identify maybe the points that I have to add text or maybe images, and I can really put markers in there so that I know where exactly to put maybe to put a text or an image. As you can see, whenever I click on the marker here, there's automatically going to be like a blue mark right before the playback, if you can see where I'm pointing on the left of my screen. Yeah, so that mark comes from clicking this add marker icon. So as you can see, you can just add mark right there, and yeah, you can actually adjust the colors of those markers. And let me just try. Yeah, when you go to that marker right there, you can right click on the marker, and then there's going to be a dialog box where you can modify marker, and from that modify marker you can now just pick any random color that you like to use for the marker. Yeah, you can choose to use maybe blue for points where you have to maybe add text, and maybe use a color green for points where you have to maybe add your images. Yeah, so that marker is really important for that reason. Is anyone saying something? Coco's World, is that you saying something? Or okay, sorry for that. And yeah, there's this icon also. Let me just undo it. So undo everything. Yeah. Yeah, so there's also this icon here. I know it's a little blurry right now, just where I'm pointing it right here. This is the playback, no, sorry, this is the render preview icon, where after editing your videos and maybe doing, maybe adding text, adding images, adding audio tracks, and maybe you want to just review how the whole video is before finally exporting it to maybe YouTube or any other platform. So this is the icon that you use to render your video. So rendering your video literally means just creating a preview of your video so that you can watch it without lagging. So actually when I edit really bulky videos, every time you try to maybe preview your video, you find lags. Maybe you play it and the audio is the audio is playing, but the image is stuck on a certain maybe frame. So the render icon really helps you to make your whole video smooth, so that you can preview it before finally exporting your video. Yeah, so what I didn't take you through is this. If you go to the far left of the screen, there's this auto ripple that says on right there. So this auto ripple really helps to omit gaps in the videos that you're editing. So let's say I came here and maybe I cut out this part right here, and let me just cut out this part. So I have cut this part. Now it's time to delete it, and you can notice from there's no gap in between the two videos. So I literally omitted a video in between these two videos. So the auto ripple icon really helps you to omit gaps when you're dealing with projects. So gaps can really be irritating, because sometimes maybe you can trim out some part of a video and then it leaves gaps in between. So when maybe watching a video, you might find videos going on really smooth, and then all of a sudden there's a gap in between there. So this auto ripple icon helps you to omit such gaps that will mess up your video. So let me try disable this auto ripple so that you see what I'm talking about. Let me just undo, and then if I click on this auto ripple icon, if I turn it off, if I turn it off and go here to delete this video in between, you notice the gap is not disappearing. So the gap still remains where the deleted video was. So if I turn this auto ripple on and repeat the same thing, it's going to automatically bridge that gap between the two videos. So that tool really helps at that point. And yeah, I guess I have taken you through this dialog boxes that you have in here, and let me just import a certain file so that I can clarify a few things for you guys. Just delete that, and then open project. Alright, let me just select that one there, and why is it leading me to open project? Open. Let's be a little bit patient so that it can load. So yeah, this is a project I was working on a while back, and what I wanted to show you guys is this layers that I was saying. So this icon on my left of where I'm pointing, there is this manage tracks. At this point you can add video track, add audio track, or delete empty tracks. So as you can notice from this interface right here on my screen, there is a gap here and a gap just below it, and those gaps, as I say, they can really make your project look disorganized and bulky. So just to organize them, you just have to remove the tracks that are empty, so that maybe these images can maybe move a little bit lower, so that even with the navigation it can be easy for you. So to manage these tracks, you can delete empty tracks. You just left click right there and say delete empty tracks. So when you click delete empty tracks, it's going to automatically remove the gaps that we have in between this intermediate tracks. So there's this other feature also where with a little eye icon right there. So this eye icon, you can either enable or disable it by clicking on it, and this really helps you when maybe, let's say, you're dealing with a specific track. Let's say, for example, in this case I was dealing with this track right here. So it will help me to highlight the whole track, just in case, let's say, maybe I wanted to maybe add text or audio to this specific track. So I'll just come, label it there, and it highlights the whole track across the whole timeline. Let me just zoom it out so you can see. So as you notice, this track has been highlighted all across. So this also kind of acts like a guide for me as I edit that part of the video. So this pretty much writing a text in a book, where you can highlight a text and maybe identify the major points that you will be needing for your studies. So we also have this padlock thing right here on the far left, where my mouse pointer is. I really try to make this pointer big enough so that it can be visible for you. And so this lock icon right here, it helps you to, from the word, it helps you to lock that track entirely. So let's say I am dealing with, let's say the audio part of, at this point of my timeline. Let's say I want to cut out this part specifically with audio. So I'm going to lock this track using this padlock icon, lock the whole timeline for this track, and then so that when I come here and maybe want to cut that out, it's going to omit this track that I have locked right here. So it's only going to cut the part where I left unlocked. So it's really for such a project where you have say I want to only work on this text right here. So this is some part of text for the video. So I'm going to lock this track right here with that padlock thing like that, and also this one, and yeah, I guess that's it. So that when I come to the trim tool right here on my playback head, it's only going to cut the parts that I left unlocked. Yeah, so this lock tool is really important when you start, doing sophisticated edits, on this software. So let me just enable this, and then yeah. So I think so far I have covered most of the dialog boxes right here, and unless there are any concerns this far, you can just let me know on the chats so that I can tackle them maybe towards the end of this meeting. Sorry. Yes. So let me just take you back so that we just work on something small before I call it meeting. Let's go to new project and then on screen. So let's save no changes. So this software really needs you to be patient, especially when you're dealing with a low spec, or rather a low end PC like mine. So let me just import the two clips that I had before. Go to the desktop, and then let's select this two. Yeah, so I want us to just work on this little video here before we wrap up. And so yeah, you have noticed, I guess by now you know how to import a video on this import area right here. So from there, as you said, you click the plus icon right there, and it's automatically going to add your video to the timeline. And let's also, no, that will come later. So yeah, so this is a video, and let's go to, maybe now that we have finished the media part, let's go to maybe adding a title to it. Okay, for the opener we can just add just a random opener there. So this video was about hostels in the University of Nairobi. Okay, so for this opener we're going to select that opener there, and right click and then click advanced edit. So when you click advanced edit, it's going to lead me to this dialog here where you can change the text. You can, let's say the video is about the University of Nairobi, so let's say I key in UON in short, and maybe for this side I can say hostels. Yeah, so this is just an example, and you can just adjust the positioning wherever you want it, wherever you want the text to be, and yeah, you can just put it even at the bottom here and click OK. So these icons right here, they help to reduce the time which the text appears on your screen, because the intro part is going to appear, but the text is when you can adjust. You can come here and adjust. You might want it to stay maybe longer on the intro, or shorter on the intro. So these points here really help you to reduce on how long or how short you want the text to appear on your introductory part. So we just adjust it so that it fits, the whole scale right there. So and then click OK. So as you can see, for the intro part is going to be University of Nairobi hostels, and you can customize it in whichever way you want. You can change the text color from this point here. You can make it maybe black. You can make it black. You can make it. There's a wide range of colors that you can choose from this point here. So that's it for the opener, and then maybe we can, that's the opener right there. And when you get the video, you might want to maybe add maybe indicate the speaker's name on your screen. So what you'll do, you just come to the titles right here, and then click on titles. And for the titles, there are a variety of them. There are lower thirds, depending on your preferences. We also have subtitles. Okay, for the subtitles part, I don't normally really use them because YouTube automatically generates subtitles for some videos. And but if you think you have maybe the time to add subtitles to your video, these templates can really help a lot with that. Yes, so you can come here, maybe select your text, and then edit the text one by one to suit the time to which maybe the language, as in to assign the audio to sync with the text that you're going to add to your video as subtitles. So we also have the end credits, as you can see right here. This I have used in a lot of my videos. For the end credits, where you have maybe members, maybe the members who attended maybe an event. So you just come here to the end credits, drag it to your timeline, and then right click, click on advanced edit, and then it will automatically bring you that text where you can edit. You can delete that and add whichever names or titles you want. So let me just cancel that and delete that end credit. So yeah, for now we're just going to go with these titles for let's take the lower tags for this case. And what you do, you just come here to this space where you have a variety of text. So you can click this plus button right here, just the same way I did for the when taking my videos from that space to now the thumbnail. You can click the plus button, or you can basically left click and hold on that title, and then drag it all the way to the timeline right there. So from there you can just edit, right click, the same way we have done for the opener and the rest of the titles. You can just right click and then click on advanced edit. So from there is when you can change this. You can indicate the name of the person speaking. In this case, you can say maybe Audrey Mwangi. And like I said, you can also change the color of the text on your screen. You can maybe select black. Yeah, depending on the the colors on the screen. Let's say if you have a really bright screen, like for our case, if we put in white, it's not really going to be visible enough. And so here we'll take black, or just in case you choose, maybe you prefer white, is when now you're going to use the, let's just select white here, and then click OK. So if you really think you need to choose white as your color, then you can go to media and then look at sample colors, and then just drag this black color here on your timeline, so that it you just put it this way, and you just reduce this to go all the way down to this space covered by the text right here. So yeah. Let me see. Yeah, so if you really want to add white text to your video, then this is another approach that you're going to use. This approach also makes the text to be really, visible enough for the audience, or rather for the viewers that are going to be watching your video. So if you notice right here, the text appears, there's a sequence in which I arranged this, the text and this black color right here. So you notice the text is above the color, the black color. So what happens if I put this black color on top of the text? So you notice that it's going to cover the text, and it's not going to appear on your screen. So you should really be, watch out for this. You might be putting all these titles all over, but placing them behind maybe a color or maybe an image, which will prevent it from, being visible. So these tracks also need a lot of care when editing your videos. So for this black color, we're going to place it just below the text, such that this text overlays the black, color. Yeah. So this also happens with these videos. If I placed, let's say, this video, let's say somewhere here, and let's say my color went all the way to the top of the screen. Let me just make some changes. Let's say this color went all the way to the top right here. So if I come down here and shift the position and maybe take this video to another track higher than where this the track in which this color is located, it's automatically going to cover this black color. So yeah, this is really to tell you that the positioning of these texts and colors and images is really important when editing your videos. So yeah, that's something you can adopt with adding titles to your video. And maybe let's see if we can add maybe a transition or two. So transitions normally come in between two videos. So for that to happen, how to maybe trim this part right here and split the video into two parts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this playhead right here, and then I'm going to cut that part, snap right there. So and then I'm going to go to my transitions, and then maybe let's use this flash transition right here. And then now, okay, what you do, just the same way I have drag the files, the text. So you're going to do the same thing with the transitions. Just left click on the icon of your preferred transition, and then drag it all the way to the bottom, or to the point where you want the transition to be. So that's what I have done with this transition right here. And as you can see, when I play this video, let me just lower the volume a little bit. You can see that little flash on the screen, and that really is an effect due to this transition. And you can also reduce the duration of the transition. Maybe stretch it out, and then you click on the transition itself, and then go towards the end, just towards the end of the transition, and then left click it and drag it all the way to whichever position you want it to be. So as you can see from this, the flash is a little bit faster than the previous one. So let me just try to maybe reduce it further, reduce the duration further, maybe putting it like that. So let's see what happens. As you can see, the flash is more faster than what we had before. Yeah, so you can reduce the length of your transitions to be faster or slower, depending on your preferences. And maybe at the beginning of the video, maybe you might want the transition to be a little bit faster. Maybe if you may be working on a trailer, but towards the end of a video, you might want it to end really slow. Yeah, so there's really a lot of things that I would really want to stress on, but I can see we are like an hour down, and let me just see if I can maybe reply to a few texts right here. Yeah, so if there are any questions, kindly the chat is there. You can raise any questions that you would want me to really emphasize on. So there's really a lot to be discussed regarding editing and all these features, and how to navigate around this. And as I said, this is actually one of the simplest softwares that I showed you today. There are other softwares that are like more complex than this, but the good thing is once you learn on one side, it's going to be easier to navigate even across to the other softwares. So if there are any questions that I have to address, kindly you can raise them. Are there any questions that you think I should maybe clarify on, or maybe you want anything to shed some light with? Okay, I'm going to be sharing this recording. I'm actually recording this session. So if there's anyone who maybe missed out on the meeting for one reason or another, I'll be posting this on YouTube so that maybe you guys can check it out. And from this, I think you can see how diverse this thing is, and it really entails a lot. But the more you do it, the more you try to practice on it, the more it's going to get easier. So we are not done yet with everything, since this was just a beginner's tutorial for you guys. I believe that you guys have maybe carried home a thing or two, and damn, time really moves so fast. So anyways, I think I'll have to stop at that. So If there are no questions, no concerns, anyone? Yeah, thank you so much, Sean, and thank you for everyone who has been part of this session. So yeah, I hope some of this will really help you, to deal with maybe the clips that you've heard, maybe the clips that you've stopped, and maybe you want to do maybe something fun with your clips. So I hope this is going to be a beginner's guide on that. So I really hope maybe to continue from here sometime later. Yeah, and that was it for our little presentation. Thank you all for joining me, and I hope to see you in our next session. Thank you, Emmanuel. Chapeau for those who don't understand means hats off. Yeah, that's me bragging. Yes, so thank you everyone for attending this session. I hope to see you in the next one. Yes, so you guys are free to maybe leave now that there are no concerns. Thank you all for attending, and have a wonderful night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone. Mike, Tiala, Emmanuel, Samash. I share my screen.